Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I'm going to give you my initial impressions of what you should be doing to build your young Avengers. So, I'm getting a lot of questions. I usually do when new characters drop or there's new reworks. People want to know what ISO, what T4s, this and that. I do not put out infographics for quite some time because I want to play with the full team first. I just don't think it makes any sense for me to give you my guesses on things at this point. So I'm just going to tell you what my initial impressions are, but I'm going to give you a warning about this team and everything else. This game right now, the way Scopely's designing it, is to try to stretch your resources. So you run out of stuff and you feel an urge to buy their offers. That, for this patch, they have literally this young Avenger team. There's going to be 2 new characters, Kate Bishop and Echo. You have 3 reworks. A lot of people don't have a big Miss Marvel, America Chavez, Squirrel Girl. So that's 5 characters there. On top of that, there's Supernatural. Where you're going to have, more. Some people are going to build up Ghost Rider, Mordo, or Elsa, right, to go with that new team. And of course, by the way, there is, obviously, with the Dark Hunters, 2 new characters as well, okay? And then, on top of all that, we're going to have a new Flash event that's coming this patch called Nowhere Heist, where you got these 2 worthless piles of trash, Rocket and Star-Lord, who you're going to have to build up. They're totally useless characters in the game. You're going to have to build up to get dark promos, Elite 7s, gold, whatever. That's at least what Scopely's told us about. Apparently, data mines say gear tier 15 to get the maximum level of rewards here. So this is sort of like Chaos Theory or one of those monthly events, but they're calling it Mythic. What's Mythic about it is you have to blow a bunch of gear. Okay, that's what we've learned the hard way. The Mythic Legendary doesn't mean the Legendary is better. It just means that you have to blow a bunch of gear to get an ISO to get the Legendary. So the same thing here. So you got a lot coming this patch. So be careful about going all in on a war defense team. For most of you, war defense is a luxury that I would not invest in. Okay, I'm a YouTuber and I'm a war captain in a top one of the large alliances, whales and so forth. But if you're not in that circumstance, be careful about building this team. But my initial impression would be in terms of ISO that you would have Miss Marvel as your skirmisher, and then you could either have all the rest striker or you could have Squirrel Girl as healer. I'm going to keep mine as healer for now because I've had her as healer. I've been running her as a standalone character for a long time as a healer because the rest of the team sucked. So I'm going to see if I keep her as healer or if I switch her to striker. But that's my guess. And the reason why is because Miss Marvel gets assists now and does assists on everybody's turn. So that I think would make the most sense here. And, so you'll get what's called like a triple tap. Okay. You'll go, she'll attack, and then you'll get the third attack from the striker. Now, people ask me about T4s. I'll just tell you that you're going to be stretched thin on T4s this patch as well. If you're trying to build the Dark Hunters team and the Young Avengers team, we're getting #1 raid season and all that jazz, and I'm still going to be short on T4s. You're used to seeing me click on these videos and just T4ing everything. I can't do that this patch. So be careful about what you put T4s on. I mean, this one is really, it has always been important for Squirrel Girl to clear all negative effects, and here you clear the negative effects before healing, so you get rid of the heal block. This one I think you'll need. Gaining 15% drain is kind of important, and then getting the extra speed bar. So I'm going to do that one. And then Miss Marvel now, they moved up this assist. Now, it used to be this level 5 was to get the assist now. That's been moved down here. Now, though, 25% max health and war defense. If you're going to use them on war defense, you kind of need it. Okay. And then Echo passive I did, where she gets 15% damage for the whole team in all game modes. You kind of need that too. And 100% damage when an enemy attacks a Young Avenger. Yep, you kind of need that. And then America Chavez on passive, you really need that. And this is going to actually make her great outside the team. More on that in my If you can probably see some of that if you watch my video of the Echo gameplay. So here we're going to do that for sure. Now we enter kind of the nice to have territory here is my guess. Okay, so on Squirrel Girl, my gut is that this is probably in the very nice to have category to get 50% damage to all and an extra turn of heal block. And this, though, probably, not that important, okay, to go from 50% to 100% of offense down. That's just my initial impression. Could be wrong. My initial impression is that this is probably not important at all, but this is really nice to have. 25% damage per ally. Okay, so there you go. That's really nice. So that's probably the one on hers that is intriguing to me. And then Miss Marvel, this is nice to have to get a little bit more of a chance to get ability energy. This is totally not important at all. And this is, just not that important. Getting one more deflect. And then Echo. The rest of these are very nice to have. This is very nice to have, I would say. And I would say similarly, this is a nice to have. Now, to be fair, there are T4s that are awfully good in some of these other characters. Now, the Young Avengers, by the way, I will just tell you, they don't seem like they're going to be. Initial reports are that this team is not that great without Kate Bishop. So what I would say is for you is, you're gonna, if you're not gonna get this character, that should, give you pause about building up this team, and you're gonna probably want some of her T4s. And then on top of all that, the Dark Hunter team, remember, Ghost Rider, I did these two T4s. A lot of people have also done the alt, okay? But I think at least the special and the passive. And then some people, these T4s are all kind of in more or less the nice to have category. So I guess I would just say to you, be careful about your investments this patch. If you really want to be careful, wait. Don't make choices based on this video. This is for all the antsy people who will bother me on my Discord all the time and wanting my initial impressions. You've gotten them now, but be careful and thoughtful because this patch in particular it's following this trend from Scopely. They're trying to give you too much to build so that this way you're going to run out of stuff. All right, guys, if you like this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. If you got comments or questions, you can leave them below or go to my Discord. That is linked below. You can also go to my Twitch stream. That is linked below as well.